Hello everybody, it is Aceiopengui from BlockByBlockPvp, and we're bringing you the second of hopefully our many videos. This one is also the first of our PvP gameplays from the Minecraft Hunger Games. Again, as I did in the last video, from this point forward I'll assume you know what the Minecraft Hunger Games are, and I'll be using several terms that are exclusive to it. Well, maybe not exclusive, but you'll need to play the game to actually understand them. So, like kits and soup fighting and stuff. So, from this point forth, I'll assume you know what I'll be talking about, and if you don't, I'll put a link in the description to the website that these servers are hosted from. They're a very fun chain of servers. Anyway, this is the first of many of our PvP gameplays where we don't tower. We'll probably be doing a relatively even mix of PvPing and towering. So let's start talking about the game. As you can see, there's no swamp right now, it's just a jungle, but you can actually... Tip of the day, you can use cocoa beans to get soup if you didn't already know that, as well as it's called chocolate milk. Yum, chocolate milk. So Eyeet7 and I are running through the jungle trying to get as many cocoa beans as possible. At the beginning, it was hard to find some. But we see a guy up here, so we're chasing him down, and we hope that the jungle will end soon, because we're not the best at parkouring through the jungle. So, the jungle finally ends into a plains, and we're attacking this guy. I get a few crits on him, and he isn't fighting, he's just running, which makes him... You'll see in a second, he does have a lot of soup, and he has a stone sword. He has us outgunned, and I don't know about soup, but he has about the same soup as we do. The only thing is there's two of us, so I don't think he should have run. He should have fought us, and he would have had a chance. So I can't really say good fight here, but you shouldn't run like that. I mean, you should actually give it a shot to fight, since you did have us outgunned. Okay, so I should probably say about the kits now. Eyeet7 and I both chose Suprise, and I got Barbarian, and Eyeet7 got Doctor, and both of which are relatively useless kits, and as you'll see by the end of this video, I don't even use mine once, so I might as well have been playing as a nun. But Suprise is a kit you can buy where it'll randomly choose a kit, except it can choose kits you don't own as well. So, for example, I don't own Barbarian, and Eyeet7 doesn't own Doctor. I don't know why anybody would ever buy either of those kits. So, Barbarian, you start with a wood sword, and every time you kill someone with it, it will gain more XP, which is the durability, and when it gets to full, it'll level up. So you can get a diamond sword by using it. Doctor, you start with shears, so you can use those to get leaves, and you can right-click on people with them to remove their status ailments, so if they're poisoned or strength, it'll get rid of that. Anyway, I think both of which are relatively underpowered. Doctor's pretty good for getting blocks for towering, though. So anyway, what I'm doing right now is I'm just mining iron, boring. Very, very boring. Oh yeah, and about the Suprise kits, we'll probably be using them in the future, because that way we get to play as a variety of kits, and it's probably more interesting for you guys than us playing our main PvP kits all the time, like Viper and Cannibal. So it'll be more interesting for you guys if we play a variety of kits using Suprise. So you can see we're mining here and get a whole bunch of furnaces. It's a good strategy to get a lot of furnaces if you need to go quickly, because that way iron can smelt 4 times faster in 4 furnaces than it can in 1 furnace. So you can see Eyeet7's been stacking up with leaves quite a bit. That's because he's Doctor, and we did go through a jungle, so he got a whole bunch of leaves. So, we are getting iron armor here, and I'll show you in a second a very good way to craft armor very quickly. It'll craft everything except pants way quicker. I'll show you in a second. With 1.5, you can hold right-click and drag in a crafting table to place them all down quickly, and then just shift-click 3 times. It's very easy to get them all. So now I have full iron armor and an iron sword, and Eyeet7 still has nothing. I probably should have given him things, because I also made myself 2 buckets before I even made him like a boot or a sword. Which turns out maybe not to be the best idea, as you'll see in a second. Since here I'm rushing, because Eyeet7 claimed he hurt a guy, to get him armor as quickly as I possibly can. He gets everything except pants, and he still has a wood sword. But we do see a guy up here with very little armor and a stone sword. We fight him, and he's doing very well, considering he's, well, completely outgunned and outmanned and out-armored. But I think he was Reaper, because it looked like he was trying to use a scythe there. And but yeah, again, it was a good fight on his part, especially considering since he was outgunned, outmanned, outarmored, everything. So I decided to drop my special barbarian level up sword there. Since, well, it just isn't very good. Well, I'm trying to say something good about the barbarian kit. I guess maybe at the beginning of the game, if you go completely berserk, you can get an iron sword or even a diamond sword pretty quickly. But that's usually not my style of play. I don't just go absolute berserk at the beginning. So here we're just sorting through stuff. I should have sped this up, but apparently I did not. And so waiting time. Again, I need some of that waiting music. Nobody in our last video I did suggest that someone should do it, but send us some waiting music, or like good music for like just time passing sort of thing, because there's probably going to be more of it in videos to come when I run out of things to say, because there isn't really much to comment on, and there needs, you know, you don't want absolute silence right now. So anyway, yeah, just put that in the comments. Oh, I can talk about a fun idea we had. We are not MVP or admin or whatever like a lot of other Minecraft Hunger Games YouTubers, so we don't have access to every kit all the time. So if you want us to play through and win with a kit, any kit, whatever, you can just gift it to either one of us, and that one will play with it, and we will win a video with it, and we will win a game with it, and we will upload it just for you, and we'll write you in the comments if you do buy us that kit. So that's just to keep in mind if you really want to see us like win with a really underpowered kit, like for example, I don't know, Necro and Fletcher. You could buy me Necro and buy Eyeet7 Fletcher. Of course, why would you do that? And we would be obligated to win with that kit. And if we decided to give up, we would just gift you a kit, because we will try not to give up though. So we finally get out of that ravine, and everything's sped up again, and making more cocoa beans, because that guy we did kill had a lot of cocoa beans. Just running around here, and up here we see a guy that is just sort of standing there. You'll see in a second. We were a little bit scared at first, but he was just standing there, and it ended up that he was probably one of the most useful kills we got in the game, because I will... he's up here, around the... yeah, there you see, he's got arrows sticking out of everything. So we just kill him quickly there, and then you probably saw, or you may not have, but in the pile of stuff that exploded from him, there was a shiny bow, and Eyeet7 picked that up, and there was also a lot of arrows, and that bow actually had power too. So that's amazing. I have no idea. Maybe there was a skeleton and he just got really lucky. But that bow had power too, and that does a lot of damage. I don't know how much. I'll look that up and have it written in condescending text on the screen. So we are going to just loot this guy's stuff more, which is kind of annoying. But sorry, there's a spider here. I am running out of things to say. Oh, here's a fun fact. It is actually Eyeet7's birthday today. Yay. Happy birthday, Eyeet7. I would give him cake, but you know how hard it is to craft cake in the Hunger Games. Oh, and that werewolf that just got the stomper kill, well, we'll be meeting up with him later. Oh, and also I should probably tell you about, oh, the feast is announced there, but there is a small problem with my mouse. I'll hopefully be fixing it soon. But as of right now, my mouse randomly freezes up at times, so if you just see me like looking around and then stop for a few seconds, and then keep going, it's because my mouse has been freezing up. So hopefully I'll have that fixed soon, because in the middle of an awesome PvP fight, you don't want to have your mouse freezing up. That's just really not a very useful thing to, have happen. But we were trying to avoid the jungle on the way running back to the feast, but sadly we had to run through the jungle. And we are, again, it's very, very hard to successfully parkour through a jungle with all the vines, the leaves, the huge trees. But we do see a village up here, and I love how villages spawn. Just a quick shout out to Mojang and how awesome they are. Because look, like right there, it's just down to the lowest point you can get to of cobblestone. Oh, Minecraft and your ever hilarious glitchiness. We are talking to this guy, Epic Guitarist 4, in the mic. He seems to be very nice. We exchanged channels because apparently he has a YouTube channel too. I haven't checked it out yet, but I'll get around to it. So as I'm recording right now, I haven't checked it out yet, but I will eventually, and maybe you should do the same. He did write it somewhere in this video, so if you can just find that chat message. I think it was like Slime PvP or something. So yeah, just find that chat message he sent to us. And I get poison potioned by that guy with a diamond sword, and I'm scared of him. Eyeet7 has his power 2 bow ready. And our goal is ultimately just to keep him off the feast platform. And as you'll see in a second, he just keeps sort of rotating around the feast just out of our render distance. Of course, he's right below us right now, but he runs off that way, and if you follow the compass, he'll just he runs out of the render distance around the feast. So Eyeet7 did think that guy was a chameleon, and we killed him, and he wasn't. So now we just wait for the feast to spawn. Just for future, guys, quick question, just write in the comments. Do you want us to speed up the feast, like us looting? Do you want me to have that sped up, or do you want to just like watch it in normal one-time speed? So write that in the comments. Whichever one has more votes for it, I'll do that in the future. But for now, I have it sped up due to Eyeet7's recommendations. He does watch a lot of Minecraft YouTube videos. If you have one, he's probably seen it. So yeah, I've trusted his opinion on that, but I'm asking you guys now. So I did enchant my iron sword there. I got a Bane of Arthropods 1, which does extra damage on spiders and squids. So not that useful. But you know, it's fun for killing squids if you're that kind of guy. And, oh yeah, also shout out to Bad Boy Halo. You guys, if you follow Minecraft YouTube videos, you probably know him. Shout out to him because we were having some problems with software and recording software and stuff. And we messaged him for advice on what software do you use and stuff. And he recommended we use Camtasia Studio. And it is so much better than the stuff we were trying to use. It makes everything so much easier. So shout out to him. He's really awesome. You should check out his videos if you somehow haven't already. So we fight this guy here. He has a diamond sword, so he has a little bit of an advantage there, but we are 2 people, and I did splash him with 2 damages, even though a lot of them weren't direct hit, or they both weren't direct hits. And then this other guy sneaks up, and I was already not prepared for the first fight, really, so the second fight was even worse. So I'm resouping here, and Eyeet7 chases him away. And this Epic Guitarist 4 starts talking again. Now, as for internet people, as far as internet people go, he seemed to be pretty nice. But, that didn't stop us from, well, I'm not going to spoil it. But, so I do get that diamond sword, and now I really want to enchant it, even though I don't have a level, and hopefully get something better, like maybe sharpness 1. So I spend the next while trying to find mobs to fight and stuff. And I do craft the flint and steel out of the conveniently placed flint and iron he had there, and blow up the feast. There was a creeper there, so take note of that later. Anyway, so we go and fight this guy here, Awesome Dad. He has gold boots and not much armor, so he's outgunned and out-armored and outmanned. So, but he did put up a good fight as far as you know. Well, he did fight very well, as well. And I did forget to say that, but the other 2 guys we just fought, and one ran and one killed. They did fight pretty well. The one that ran actually had a very good strategy. He waited until the other guy had weakened us and then jumped us. And if we were any less prepared, then we probably would have lost there. Now, the fact that bonus feast just spawned always scares me, because someone that could be like having nothing and just be really easy kill pick off could have an entire bonus feast to themselves and get full diamond potentially and a diamond sword. And strength potions. And you'll see, so that's scary for me, but it does spawn at random spots, so it probably won't happen, but I'm just scared that someday it will. So you'll see here, I'm talking about how OP the overpowered the leather and the gold swords are. That's a joke. It's not actually overpowered. Never make a gold sword. And so you'll see I'm just trying to get levels here so I can level up my sword and get sharpness. And because sharpness is good. Oh, and this guy asked what my name is supposed to mean, and I told him I'd explain it in the video. So I did say to him it involved Club Penguin and Mexicans. So the reason I have the name Aceiopengui is because back in the 4th grade, ages ago, oh yeah, and this guy's a werewolf, so I'm scared of him, and I just run, and I can explain it then. But back in the 4th grade, there was a game called Club Penguin, and it was all the rage, and it was awesome. It was my first online game, and so I made an account on that, and I was pretty hyper that day, I don't really know why, and the name Aceiopenguinio came to mind. Just like, I wanted to sound like a really cool Spanish guy. And then I typed that in, and I clicked OK, and it accepted it, and then I realized later that the text field wasn't big enough, and it just came out as Aceiopengui, so I've used that for everything since then. That's a very summarized version of the story. Anyway, so that guy put up a good fight, seeing as he was werewolf. So he does have speed and strength, I believe, at nighttime. So I don't know how he didn't catch up to me when I was running. But Eyeet7 did manage to successfully ambush him from the side whenever I was running, and we ended up getting the kill. Now it's just us and Epic Guitarist 4, and he has some very good strategies set in place, and like traps and stuff you'll see in a minute. I was actually very scared of dying here. And hey, I might have, you don't know yet. But anyway, so I go back here to enchant my diamond sword, and I end up getting sharpness 1, so that's very good. Oh yeah, I also do have protection 1 on my iron chestplate, and Eyeet7 has sharpness 1 on his iron sword, and protection 1 on one of his articles of armor. I think his chestplate, but I could be wrong. His diamond chestplate. Oh yes, he was telling me that he was at like Y219, and so he said he was sly hacking. And then I look up, and I pointed out to Eyeet7, and it looks like he has a little bit of a base up there, so I'm a little scared that he's Stomper, because that is a very good possibility. But it turns out he does not actually stomp us here. But we're going to have to go up there in case he knocks us off. I decide, hey, instead of this lava bucket, maybe I'll get water instead. And Eyeet7 gives me heck there because I placed lava like right below him almost. But I go down and get that water, and I go back up, and I almost jump in my own lava there, but I just go up here to his tower type area, and now I know he's not going to be able to stomp me, but I'm still concerned that he might be worm, because he did say that he was a surprise worm, and I did believe him, because look, dirt. So it turned out he was Kea, actually, and the dirt blocks fell from underneath my feet, and I just placed those water buckets in time, or I would have died. So Eyeet7 breaks out his power 2 bow here, and he actually breaks a block while having it notched. I didn't know that was possible, and so that was really scary, but it turns out Eyeet7 knocks him off. I don't know why he just fell there. He says that he sacrificed himself, but he just sort of walked off the platform, and we did get the team win. So that was a fun game. That last guy had an awesome traps. He was great. He was also pretty nice too. He did say he was a surprise worm, so he lied, but still. So that is our first PvP win, hopefully of many. And again, a good fight, everybody. And here is a picture of the stat page. And Eyeet7 and I were both surprises. Yes, he was Kea, and there was the werewolf we killed. And that was a great game, everybody. Surprise is a very fun kit. And, yeah, that was our first recorded PvP win. We did have several more, but it turned out they got lost in the editing software. So, thanks for watching, everyone, and stay tuned for more episodes soon. Have a good day.